Alright, what's good, HawkSquad? This is HawkBanger 2. Welcome back to another day dose of HawkBanger Reacts. So today, all we got to do is one HawkBanger recap I missed out on last week, and it is Casper's Creed recap. So last week, I took a short break around the President holiday weekend, so I'm back with my last HawkBanger recap I meant to do last week. But I was like, hey, why not? I might as well go do it today, Saturday. And I'll do the next ones next week because I have a lot of stuff to do today. So all I'm going to do is just one today, and you know, why not? I'm gonna go get it over with. So without further ado, let's waste no time. We're going to check out Casper's Creed recap right here, right now. Let's check it out.
It's about damn time.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
So it all kicks off with a young Adonis Johnson putting the beats on a kid in juvie who was talking crazy about his mother. A quick little rundown for you guys. He's the son of the late world champion boxer Apollo Creed, who got his head dribbled off Ivan Drago's gloves about 13 years prior and killed in the ring. So basically fighting's in his DNA. Well, taking a beating is absolutely eating the punches, flipping him over like a pancake and starts giving him some punches that any normal 13-year-old should not have. And he using a backhand too. Little bro a demon. The CEO step in, stopping Adonis from beating this kid to a pulp. And so rundown number 2 for y'all, this is Mary Ann Creed, the widow of Apollo Creed. But the thing is, Adonis isn't her child. Apollo had did the typical Jay-Z thing and cheated on her, resulting in Adonis. So when she goes to the juvenile center to visit him and see that he's a disturbed little man, can't have little bro out here destroying what's left of the Creed name, she decided to take him in and look after him. Fast forward to the present 2015 and we see Donnie is wrapping his gloves looking at his opponent. He's in Tijuana, Mexico right now, fighting plumbers and construction workers who just got off their shift. If you couldn't tell, they're in the same room right now. I'm just wondering, were all the other rooms taken? Donnie walks out and steps into the ring hearing straight boos. These are probably all of the cousins of the other guy he's fighting, so he's chilling right now.
That's gotta be racist. There's no way.
They touch gloves and back up, ready to start round 1. They start off by pacing around the ring, just trying to fill each other out. The other guys throwing Mickey Mouse punches, shit look like they feel good as hell. Donnie gets him up against the ropes and starts giving him body shots while everybody is in a crowd screaming for him to put his hands up. You fucking up my parlay. And as the camera pans, Donnie slips the left, making him hit the YI auto, then hits him with a mean right, knocking him down. And as the referee is counting down and he's struggling to get up, this nigga Donnie is already taking the wraps off his gloves. He knew this match was like Lil TJ's music career. Over. Niggas in the crowd thought they was witnessing the next Canelo. And in the exact next scene, Donnie is back at work. Hey, I guess it's fair. 2 niggas with a 9 to 5 working their anger issues out by beating on each other. But Donnie decides he wants more out of life and quits his good job to follow his lifelong dream of becoming a world champion boxer like his father. And if you guys couldn't tell by Adonis' shitty form, he's self-taught. He still hasn't progressed past boxing against his father's shadow on a projector, which is why the next day he goes to Delphi Gym, the home of Apollo, and he goes to Lil Duke to ask him to train him. Another quick little rundown for y'all. This is the son of the legendary trainer Duke Evers, who trained Apollo and Rocky years ago. So when Adonis goes to show him that he's 15-0, you think they was started in Minecraft YouTubers and grooming. Listen, I was just thinking we could start off local. And Lil Duke just starts letting him have it.
I ain't training you. You know I ain't training nobody training you. I'm gonna make sure about that.
Like, damn, nigga, all you had to do was say no. But Donnie starts trying to raise the stakes. Rod Wave, calm down. We're talking about betting. Donnie gets in the ring and tells all the people in the gym that if they land one clean headshot, they can have the keys to his Mustang. Ooh, wait, it's a nice deal. You cannot pass this up. So the number 6 ranked light heavyweight in the world steps up to the plate. They done gave my nigga Beyond Scared Straight pop up. This match is clearly GG's. So Donnie goes in, no headgear. We watching at 4K that the CTE family trait has been passed down. You trying to end up like your father? They circle around the ring. Donnie slips the jab, right, weave, and a mean left and right, and that was all she wrote. What I say about him not having hands? He just made me a believer. But he had killed it all right, Lil Duke. Where was you at when they was trying to take my cornbread and juvie? Right now he's just saying anything, but this is when he said the wrong thing.
You pick him. You pick who's next. I'm next.
Nah, look at this man's face. He look like he's about to cry.
Bro, is them tears, bro?
And this man right here is Danny the Stuntman Wheeler, the prodigy of the Delphi Gym. And as you can see by his 31-0 description, he isn't anything to play with. So a few moments later, we fast forward to the sparring. They in the back yelling, I see you got your headgear on. Good job. See, now this is sick work. Why are they congratulating bro for putting on his headgear?
Congratulations, nigga.
Did you just congratulate me for reading?
And that right there was red flag number 1. There's no way he leaves this boxing gym with a working brain right now. The round starts and Donnie tries to touch gloves with him, but he says, no, what you say fuck me for? I didn't knock you out. And Adonis is actually able to cook up a good combo, but Wheeler starts nodding and shaking his head. This nigga is clearly insane. So Adonis circles around the ring trying to put some space between them, and he tells him not to run. Triple left jab, missing all of them, and he dodges the right. Right now he's cooking. He's literally dodging those average CTE allegations boxers get.
Oh, really?
Double left jab and a filthy right got Adonis' head turned like somebody calling his name. And as he's stumbling back trying to shake that shit off, he walks him down, leaving a right, body shot, and a left again. He got this man Adonis in hell right now. He's one good right hook away from Jeffrey Epstein sticking up his hand to put some in his drink.
Damn.
Adonis tries circling around the ring again, but he's like,
That doesn't work.
getting caught against the ropes, leaving the left hook and going after the body, finishing it off with a right hook. And Adonis was really feeling the effects of that punch, so he told him,
Give me a hug. Give me a hug, I need this.
clinching him, trying to hold on, but Wheeler pushes him off. Left, right, rib shot back into the corner in a triple body. The little crowd they got in the gym right now is on their feet recording him getting tuned up. Adonis way better than me.
If a nigga knock me out and I wake up and they got them phones out, I'm gonna shoot the people with the phone.
But they already knew what was about to happen. 3 body shots, right hook, 2 body shots, weaves the left hook. And Donnie gets the same POV Wendy Williams had when she passed out, and it's GG's. And all Adonis can do is just lay there, becoming more and more unrelatable to Helen Keller, hearing niggas in the back talk about how ass of a performance he just put up. And the guy tosses the keys to Adonis' car to Wheeler, and he walks over waving that shit in Adonis' face. This is sick, but where most men with a working brain would have chalked this loss up to the game, this gave Adonis the motivation to keep going. So later on that night, Adonis is at home waiting for his mother to get home so he can break the news to her. He's sitting there in shame like he's about to get a whooping. Grown ass man. But before Adonis could even get the chance to tell her, she snatches his glasses off, revealing a mark that Rihanna is all too familiar with. And he tells her that A, he quit his job, and B, he wants to pursue boxing full time. And as you can imagine, this did not go over with her well. She was there to witness her husband Apollo get his head bounced against Drago's glove like a paddleball toy. She did not want this life for him. He tells her that he loves her and that he'll call her, but she's just like,
don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
So a few days later,
Diary of a Kid, y'all. Very good movie, though.
Adonis flies to Philly, the home of veteran champion and trainer Rocky Balboa. So meanwhile he's there, he tracks down Rocky at his restaurant and asks him to train him. 1, Rocky doesn't even know who this nigga is. And 2, he's been moving like Thanos post-snap, enjoying what little life has to offer for him. So of course he says no. But every time Rocky tries walking away, Adonis brings up something from his past. If I ask enough times, she'll say yes, face ass. Rocky realizes that this random black kid knows too much about him and is like,
Yo, who the fuck is this?
looks to the left and looks back at Adonis, realizing, nah, that's gotta be his cousin or something. But Adonis tells him he's his father. Rocky's standing there like,
Oh, no,
This can't be.
this can't be.
calling Cap, but Donnie tells him to call Marianne then. But the thing is, Rocky and Marianne haven't spoken since the funeral. The PTSD and guilt from Apollo dying because he didn't throw the towel in was way too strong. Adonis tells him that he'll be at Mickey's gym if he changes his mind and wants to train him, and leaves. So after deliberating on it for a couple days, Rocky goes to Mickey's gym and agrees to train Adonis. I guess Diddy's the exception of asking that many times and it actually working. Got this man chasing around chickens, and during the weeks of training, Adonis is getting better and better. A real diamond in the rough. This is who niggas thought Kwame Brown would be. Instead, he be on podcasts arguing with Gilbert Arenas about how he isn't a bust. So while Rocky is training Donnie, the father of the number 4 lightweight in the world is eyeing him. Cause the thing is, he's been begging Rocky for years to help train his son. And now that he's training a nobody from LA, he knows something's up. He offers Rocky and Adonis to fight. And Rocky is reluctant at first, not knowing if little Donnie can even box for real for real. Protecting your cheeks from booty collectors in jail doesn't count. But after some begging from Adonis, he eventually accepts the fight, and they both go in their necessary training montages. And a few weeks later, it's fight night. Time to do this shit for Pops. But while the ref is briefing him, Adonis is so nervous that he gotta take a shit. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. His vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Meanwhile, Bianca in the crowd looking shook, wondering when the next balloon pop is. Before the fight, she was telling him he looked like a square, calling that nigga fucking SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants. He's off this baby shit. So Adonis and Leo meet in the middle of the ring, and the ref starts giving his typical briefing of the match. You cooked, my nigga. Rocky can't save you. As they both touch gloves and go back to their respective corners, Rocky gives his typical motivational pep talk, and this guy Donnie locked in. He looked like he about to go to war for this man right now. So the first round starts off slow, just filling each other out. Jab, miss, and blocks the body into a double left, but misses again. Right now they taking turns putting on an airbender tryout tape, circling around the ring, ducking, missing, and blocking punches. This match is looking very even right now. Black Boy Max haircut and water can't relate, but Leo starts showing why he's the number 4 ranked light heavyweight in the world. Jab, weave, double body, and a left hook that gets blocked. But on the other hand, Donnie's showing that his trainer's been paying off. He refuses to be to his father what Bronny James is to LeBron's legacy. They both trade jabs, body shot, and misses the left hook, getting countered, sending him flying into the back rope. Double left jab, body, weave, as he circles out. At this point, Adonis has come much farther than using his face as the punching bag, and he's gaining confidence too.
Let's go, boy.
Alright now, Donnie, let's relax. You're the only one with blood right now. They meet back up in the middle of the ring. Leo returns with a body shot, and as they're circling around again, Leo hits him with a jab left. Donnie ducks the 1-2 and returns with some empty jabs of his own, each of them looking softer than the other. But they get him up against the corner. Bam, body ducks the left, and Donnie clinches him. Hugging him since his father isn't there to do it is crazy. But the ref comes over and separates them, telling them to cut that James Stroll shit out. Meanwhile, the entire time, Donnie's talking shit. But those family genes of talking shit and backing it up clearly skipped a generation. Donnie weaves the left, misses the 1-2, but connects with the body. And Adonis' arms are shorter than Stevie Wonder's teeth, so he goes for a left, and Leo makes him pay with a filthy right. Pretty sure I seen Adonis' feet leave the ground during that punch. And while Adonis is stumbling, he tries to take his head off, but he circles out the way again, telling him to come get it. And this was the wrong thing to say. Blocks the left, and Donnie backs up using his Sharingan to block the head, but Leo goes for the body instead, turning his ribs into dust. Leo ain't said nothing this entire fight. I knew the entire time he was thinking. Hit him Donnie in the exact same place, left, right, and Donnie grabs him. This is smart techniques. Maybe if you hug him enough, he'll let you bow out of this fight with a working and intact brain. The ref comes in and breaks it up again, and Leo is walking him down, nodding his head, showing him he's like that. This entire movie, he hasn't said a single word. Either that CTE busting his ass right now, or he D-Ray Davis in every role. They meet back up in the middle and oh my Jesus, he's trying to kill this man. And this is where Leo decided to stop playing with him. Weave misses the 1-2, weave counter left into the corner, and while Donnie is practically moonwalking to the ropes, he walks in, weave, uppercut, body, weaves the right body, weaves the left, and a right hook. Got my son looking like somebody calling his name again. While Rocky's wondering how he forgot everything he told him and turned it to a punching bag again as the first round ends. And as the two fighters are in their corners getting their pep talk, Rocky drops a gem for Adonis cause he needed it. Listen kid, this is the big leagues. Using your face to block his punches isn't the method anymore. I need you to shovel hook and wait for the opening. Your father did that same move to me back in Dennis PC. Meanwhile, Leo is hyping up the crowd. The 15 people that came to see this fight is definitely on their feet. And the round starts. Donnie comes out, light jab, weave, eats a jab and gets out of there quick. They both take turns competing for who can master Ultra Instinct the fastest, dodging and blocking each other's punches. Blocks the double jab and starts walking him into his favorite place in the ring, the rope weave. And this was the moment he's been waiting for, thinking,
right side.
Left jab, but he eats it straight baby food and uses his Sharingan to do exactly what Rocky told him to. Left, weave, and moves out the way. Look at how Donnie's looking at him. This only his third day out here. This shit is embarrassing. Left hook got him looking at the ceiling, double jab, but they both get blocked. He has his back against the walls, feeling the pressure of losing to a fighter who was pushing papers exactly 2 months ago. As Rocky starts screaming at him to do it now. Uppercut, right hook, and he falls down. The ref runs over and everybody in the arena starts counting down, but he was never going to make the count, meaning that Adonis has just won his first professional fight. So the exact next day after Adonis and Rocky won their fight, people knew something was up, so they got on their Batman shit.
I believe that entire fight between Creed and Leo is a total one shot. That was an incredible one shot fight though.
As news broke that Adonis is the youngest biological son of Apollo Creed, and days prior, Danny Wheeler and Ricky Conlan's fight got canceled because they was in there doing their best Rihanna and Chris Brown impersonation, resulting in Danny having a broken jaw, meaning now Ricky needs someone to fight, because not only is he being sued by Danny Wheeler, he's months away from serving 7 years in prison for gun charges. I guess that John Moran disease affects more than just basketball players, so the promoters had to think of something quick, or else we would have had to get fucking KSI back in the ring, and we good off that. So of course they call up Rocky and Adonis, who at this point, if you couldn't tell, doesn't go by the last name Creed, and the only stipulation for them to fight is that Adonis has to take on the last name Creed and drop that slave name his mother gave him. And while reluctant again for a good reason, Rocky and Adonis accept the fight to fight the fucking super soldier that is Ricky Conlan. So per usual, both fighters go on their necessary training montages, Ricky taking it lighter than usual because this fight is supposed to be like playing Flight Reacts in basketball, a sure win. But meanwhile, Adonis is training with Rocky, he collapses, and come to find out after a few diagnoses later, Rocky has cancer. This is sick work, man. The only way they could take a real nigga like Rocky out was to give him that Itachi Uchiha disease. And life just isn't going Adonis's way. He lost his girlfriend putting the beats on one of her main guests and ruined her show, and ended up in jail. And now Rocky, who he looks at as his family, refuses to take treatment. His life going downhill right now. TikTok influencers can relate. But eventually Rocky and Adonis make up, and they make a deal with each other that because Adonis is fighting a fucking super soldier with way more experience than him, he has a hard fight of his own, training Adonis while he's in the hospital getting chemo. And this scene right here is cinema. Shout out Ryan Coogler. The next day is the day of the press conference, and Rick.
The whole montage scenes was absolutely purely epic, man. Ryan Coogler killed it.
Keep Conlan out there putting on a show. Got everybody in this bitch giggling, telling them Adonis' parents have a real good marriage. He's just like Bronny James. Clearly that boxing talent has skipped a generation. Rocky's trying to calm Adonis down, telling him not to fall for it, but then he said this. And this got Adonis tight as him and Ricky started going at it. Adonis yelling about how chopped his teeth are, and Ricky yelling out that of course he doesn't have a father. Meanwhile, Tommy Holiday trying to calm him down. He think Adonis a dead and Haiti ass nigga. Don't need to get sued again. Bro gonna be a generational dead. And they leave. But that just lets you know that this fight about to be a show. So it's fight night. Adonis' mother gifted him the infamous Apollo Creed trunks, leaving him a note telling him to create his own legacy. But Adonis was like, nah, time to defend me and Pop's legacy. Adonis walks out to fucking Tupac and straight booze. They out there like, who the fuck is this? Because he's in Bean and Toad's territory right now. They in there covering their ears, telling them to turn that darky music off and bump that new Central C. Not only is Adonis a black man, but he's a black man in American trunks. I know they ready to throw out straight slurs.
This rope right here.
They enter the ring and Rocky starts giving his typical run-of-the-mill speech. Listen, block these yuck mouth niggas out. They hating. You got this. No John Cena, your time is now. And so a few moments later, while Adonis is in the ring warming up, the lights go dark and the crowd stands up pointing their flashlights in the air. This is elite dick riding. I was gonna say KSI will never get this type of love in the UK, but he ain't getting it anywhere. Adonis in the ring not knowing what to do, where to put his hands up, and realizing that this is aura. He and this bitch shook. And this is when Ricky Conlan came out for the last time like a boss, walking out with straight fanfare and a fire breather. How these niggas get Zuko and Sexy Red to walk out for them, and the crowd is on their feet. They taking in every last bit of the moment right now because they'll never witness another British champion again. Tyson Fury retired, KSI ass, and Ricky Conlan is going to be hiding his cheeks in a slammer for the next 7 years. Hey, at least they got some good eats to go home to. Both fighters get their introductions and Freeze just pales in comparison. The crowd is pissed off and I'd be mad too. They thought they was about to witness the greatest fight in the modern day era and got served up fucking Chris Brown versus Soulja Boy. And a few moments later, the ref gives them both a briefing, but meanwhile, Adonis and Ricky are staring each other down. Both out here moving like crackheads, itching at the chance to give each other lifelong amounts of CTE. So the ref tells both of them to touch gloves, but
Nice shorts, boy. Shoot like your daddy ain't need to fight in them.
nah, this shit is personal. How you mad cause my dad is dead? Both fighters go back to their corners and Rocky gives him another speech because he's gonna need it. Listen, kid, you got this. If push comes to shove, just knock his ass out with that knocking you got. And Adonis is ready. Meanwhile, Adonis' mom is at home. Even though she says she wouldn't be in his corner, she just can't help herself. She and this bitch biting her nails too. It's too bad she about to witness another Creed be murdered by a white man. And Adonis is standing in the ring taking in a moment thinking,
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Wait a minute. Stop here.
And the bell sounds. Ricky practically skips over to Adonis, hitting that Muhammad Ali foot shuffle, and he's throwing out feints. Just filling Adonis out. We're only 3 seconds into the fight, and the announcers are already dick riding, talking about how relaxed Ricky Conlan is and how much of an easy fight this is, which is why Ricky's skipping around the ring thinking,
Tell him to bring me my money.
going for a left hook, weave, double body, and a filthy left. Got Creed trying to shake that shit off. Nah, this is real. You're getting your face punched in. The crowd is on their feet right now. This many people cheering for me to get my ass whooped, and I'm airing out the whole arena. While Creed is in the ring throwing out empty jabs, the announcers are still talking about the gap between them and how that gap might be bigger than Aaron Taylor Johnson and his wife's relationship.
Oh,
Creed
wait.
goes for a left right.
That's who it looks like? I didn't even know that. His wife directed the first 50 Shades of Grey movie, if I can recall. Sam Taylor Johnson. Wow, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Left hook and Conlan counters. Ducks the right center and Adonis flying into the ropes. This shit is like the Shea Frost subathon. It's getting hard to watch. And Ricky and this bitch showboating. This is like Kong celebrating because he killed the skull crawlers when they were babies. Nigga, you're supposed to be winning. Donnie starts gaining ring position and hitting him with a left jab, but he just smiles it off, shaking his head. Damn. Hopefully that position he left earlier in the movie still hasn't been filled yet. Ricky decides it's about damn time to stop playing with him. This is an easy bag. Weaves the left counter, body shot, got Adonis hitting that.
Lean, totally.
And while he's moonwalking back, left and a right hook into the ropes, practically sprinting in to finish him off, but Adonis smartly grabs him into the clinch to keep his hair from becoming canned tuna.
Oh, yeah.
But while they're in the clinch, shit looking real romantical, and Ricky Conlan starts moving like Offset, a notorious cheater, as the ref is trying to pull these two off of each other, and he sneaks a right hook in. Got Rocky like, ref, you don't see that shit? We got fucking Stevie Wonder calling a fight. He tells Ricky to keep it clean, but Adonis is like, it's cool. And this is what I'm talking about. This that shit I love. Stand on business, Lil Donnie. Meanwhile, in the crowd, the exact opposite is happening because Bianca can't even watch. She a couple seconds away from jumping in the ring and being like,
Oh, gosh.
Adonis goes for a left right and Conlan counters, body shot, but Adonis blocks the left, immediately running in while Ricky is showboating. Creed is hoping and praying that Ricky will end up in one of those celebrating too early compilations, but Ricky's like, please. Weaves the left right counter body, right hook, got spit and sweat particles flying from Adonis's head. And as Donnie is stumbling back, he walks him down, left hook and a filthy uppercut, and he just drops. Got my nigga on the mat looking like he about to propose. Bianca's in the crowd, not in the ring, gang. The ref comes over to give the count, but meanwhile Adonis's mother is at home looking like she's about to cry. She's seen this before. This that black mom, you look like your damn daddy and full of fat. The referee is counting down, but Adonis is telling him like, yo, I'm good, but he keeps counting down. I'm crying. I don't know if this is disrespect or if he really looking out. Punch the ref, kid. You might have a better chance. That nigga's a demon. And the camera pans. Look at this man. Is this not crackhead activities? The referee sounds that the fight is back on, and Ricky sprints out of his corner, delivering a flurry of body shots, a uppercut right leg after the bell. And now Adonis has a cut over his eye.
Real for you now, boy. Real for you now.
Imagine talking shit after cheating.
Right.
Hell yeah, man, I called those bullshit calls for money, but they sucked anyways. Both fighters go back to their corners, and Rocky tries giving Adonis some advice before he gets the Apollo Creed meet and greet. I know he's using his stinky breath and bad teeth to distract you, but I didn't think it worked this much. And the camera starts panning to all the people watching. The announcers are talking about how lucky Adonis was that there wasn't 30 seconds left. Creed's girlfriend looked like she's about to find another ride home, and his mother is at home asking what the hell he's doing right now. Meanwhile, Ricky Conlan says, I'm about to knock his ass out. And his coach tells him to do it this round. No more Mickey Mouse wins. So obviously right now the score is 0-1 with Ricky Conlan being in the lead. So the second round starts. They are both just standing around not knowing what to do like Rod Wave in a gym until Ricky throws 2 jabs and then a body shot. He's just trying to fill him out again. He don't know he finna be getting that same type of treatment in prison. And Donnie talking crazy too. Getting inside his body, right, left, and a jab, but it misses. The ring announcers are talking about how Adonis has T-Rex arms, and he needs to be almost doing a salsa with him to do some real damage. As Donnie tells him to come on. Weaves the left, they both trade jabs, body, weave, but hold this left. But as Creed is trying to back up, he says, I think
We ain't done yet.
Got his girl in the crowd yelling for him to keep his hands up. Niggas be yelling out all type of advice and they ain't never been in his position. You think I'ma take advice from Jack Doherty on how to be a successful Twitch streamer? Ricky starts going downstairs, double body, got the cameraman tweaking the hell out, trying not to be caught by one of those haymakers. Meanwhile, Rocky is yelling at him to wrap him up. Adonis listens, unlike Tyreek Hill, and the ref breaks up the clinch and Adonis starts talking shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The ability to talk shit when you down is so tough. This why Donnie in my Mount Rushmore. But Adonis is finally like... Weaves the left, blocks the body, ducks the left. Got his head turned like somebody calling his name now. And he's cut too. And look at him, he's spooked. He thought there was no power behind them Stephen A. Smith Looney Tune ass punches. Adonis walks him down and bro is so confused right now, touching his face to see if he really is bleeding. Going for a left and Adonis keeps on pushing the pace while Ricky Conlan is holding his Victor Wembanyama ass arms out to keep the distance between them. Adonis goes for a wild right and he ducks it, making him fly into the ropes and eats a right uppercut, takes a right hook, body weaves the right counter, left block, right hook, left hook. And right now they're going toe to toe. The entire crowd is on the edge of their seats. Meanwhile, Bianca's in a crowd telling Adonis to keep going. Your girl being in a crowd gives you an automatic buff to all attributes, which is why Adonis starts going crazy. Block, right hook, block, left hook, spams the body, slips the right, left hook, ducks the left, but hold this right.
This shit means something to me.
And that's when Rocky started yelling for a shovel hook, uppercut, and a right hook as the bell sounds off, and they both get in each other's face, yelling all types of slurs at each other. Donnie probably telling him what's going to happen in prison because he's been there before, and this is what I like to see. Creed showing everybody in the arena that he ain't no pushover. Fuck, I look like Devin Haney. So if you weren't suffering from that Stevie Wonder disease, you see that after that round, the score is now 1-1. Both fighters go back to their corners, and Rocky tells Adonis that Ricky's going to be like,
oh nah, the play.
because in that second round, he woke up the beast inside him. So the third round starts, they push off, weaves the right counter, left uppercut, right, blocks the counter, and right to the shoulder. And Ricky Collins' coach yells at him to finish it off, hitting him with a left, and the bell rings, ending the third round. Everybody looking around, not sure. Bianca thinking about how she might be feeding this nigga through a straw for the rest of his life. Meanwhile, Creed is in the ring and he goes to the wrong side. Man, this is sick work. It's like with each and every hit he takes, he somehow loses a brain cell. Somehow he'll still end up with more than Floyd Mayweather. While they're in the corner, Rocky tells Adonis to calm down and to stop playing his game. These are not games, Unc. He's getting his face caved in right now. A few more hits like that and Rocky might have to come out of retirement and show these young bucks how it's done. And the fourth round starts off hot. Adonis practically runs in, right hook, body shot, left hook. And we fast forward to the fifth round. Adonis gets hit with the left, and as they're pacing around, Ricky tells him to come here, boy.
That's gotta be racist. There's no way.
And the lights around them go dim, and now it's just these two trapped in this moment. Creed gets hit with the left jab right and gets back up from in the damn lean back out of frame. And this was all for nothing because he gets hit with the same combination again. Nigga, use your hands to block, not your face. This Tina Turner method clearly isn't working. Right body shot and a clinch, but get off me. Two-piece to the body, weaves the right, but eat this left. Ooh wait, somebody call the ambulance. This shit is over. These ass whoopings are generational, which is exactly what Rocky was thinking. I know my boy over there clutching that towel ready to throw that bitch in there ASAP. Adonis weaves the right and a left, but a jab, uppercut, right, block, weave, double block, but a vicious left got him walking to the corner in shame. I came here to be world champ, not Rihanna. And this is where Rocky just straight up starts lying to bro.
When you're hurting him too, I can see it in his eyes.
But he listens to Rock as the seventh round starts. They didn't even let us get the chance to see what was really going on. Creed gets hit with the left, right, sending him flying back, weaves the left counter right, and remember what Rocky said. Ducking the left and the right counters with a vicious right, and while his coach is yelling at him, Creed hits him with another right, walks in, he ducks the left counter right, body shot right, counter right, and a reverse counter. And while he's stumbling back, another right, but Adonis clinches him as the bell rings and the ref breaks them up. A few moments later and they're back in their corners, and Rocky reminds Adonis of what he said to Ricky Conlan before.
Mama mother's on her deathbed right now. I don't think she gonna make it. I promised myself that when my mother died, I was gonna kill you.
And he goes in hyped. The 8th round starts and Adonis goes for a wild left. Got spit and blood particles flying out of his mouth. And as they're both taking damage and both going head to head, their cut men are like, oh shoot, let me get this shit ready. So we cut to the 11th round. Creed gets hit with the left body back into the ropes, and Ricky sprints over, hitting him with a double body, and Adonis counters left and a double right uppercut to the body, pushing him up against the ropes. Body shot, jab, uppercut, body. And now, like a French Montana feature, realizes that Ricky Conlan's body is his weak point, hugging Adonis and looking like he's about to cry. As Adonis throws him off and he hits him with an uppercut, sending him flying back. Got Rocky looking like he about to jump in this bitch next. Let's double team this nigga. Rocky yells for Adonis to attack the body, and he does. Double body as Ricky throws out some empty jabs, hitting Apollo Creed instead. And this is where Ricky said,
There's no way out of this
one.
You're done.
weaving the left hook, countering and a vicious right hook, and
Damn.
as Creed drops like a sack of potatoes, and Ricky Conlan, knowing this fight is over, runs and jumps on the rope, celebrating already. Niggas celebrating because they beat a newbie with one professional fight under their belt. You're supposed to win. While Adonis is taking the greatest nap he'll ever have, Rocky, Bianca, and his mom are all yelling at him to get up. Meanwhile, in a dream world he's in right now, all of the memories of his family and hard times he's been through starts replaying in his head over and over again. And he wakes up like a man possessed, ready to knock this wannabe thug out in the name of Creed. Meanwhile, Ricky Conlan is still celebrating, unaware that Adonis made the count. His coach yelling at him like, bro, get your big ass down. The match starts back and Ricky throws up his hands like, is he for real right now? Walking in, hitting him with a body shot, double body shot, left hook, uppercut, and a right. And winds that bitch up like Donkey Kong and delivers a filthy right as the bell sounds off. Adonis on the ropes thinking, damn, I should have stayed down. So while they're in the corner, Rocky tells Adonis that he's going to stop it. He refuses to let what happened to Apollo happen to him. And man, this right here is truly cinema.
I'm stopping this one now. No, okay, let me finish. I gotta prove it.
Prove what?
I'm not
I'm a mistake.
Got me out here feeling like an old head. They don't make him like this anymore. Rocky tells Adonis that if he's going to go home and fight cancer, that Adonis needs to fight hard and go across the ring and knock him down. Remember, in Ricky's 36-0 record, he's never been knocked down once. Doing this will upset the world. So it's the start of the last and final round, especially for Ricky Conlan. Both fighters touch gloves and start off by circling around each other again, throwing punches and weaving them, until Adonis hits him with a 1-2, throws a left and gets hit with a counter right, returning with a right and body shot of his own. This fight is closer than anyone could have thought. They both got jaws of steel, and where Ricky Conlan is going after this fight, he's going to need it. Creed pushes him up against the corner, uppercut, left block, weave, body, and a disgusting right. And the crowd is loving every bit of this fight. They thought they was coming to see Jake Paul versus Senior Citizen, and now they witnessing history. Right hook walks him down, cross jab, and Rocky tells him to again stop using his face to block him. He is not Billy Hope. Adonis returns with a right, ducks the left overhead, body right, and another counter. The announcers are talking about how they going head for head, straight Kendrick Lamar and Drake before he dropped Family Matters, and a right, uppercut, right, and counter right, and they just start tearing off on each other, every other punch looking more vicious than the other. Adonis' mom at home shielding her eyes with each punch that's dealt. And look at the crowd. I ain't seen this many old heads excited since they heard TikTok was getting banned. Adonis hits him with a left and another left and goes for a right with misses, getting a counter left and right. And while Donnie is facing like he's about to run away, Ricky sprints in with a right hook while his team is screaming at him to finish him off. Right hook trying to use his Shaq-sized arms to push against the rope, but he moves out the way, pushing him into the ropes instead, telling him,
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Watch me.
left hook, right hook, left. And here's Rocky in the corner telling him to go for the body. Double body shot, left hook, right hook, and another left. Rocky's so excited he outside the ring emoting. Please give it up. Your time has passed. And time is running down. Left hook, body shot, and another body shot. Got everybody on the edge of their seats. We about to win. It's an upset. Left hook, right hook, slips the punch, counter right, and drops him. And Donnie is straight flexing on him. And as the ref runs over to give the count, everybody's saying a bunch of different different things. Adonis family telling him to stay down, and the crowd is telling him to get up, but he eventually makes the count. Me personally, I think Adonis got robbed. He was clearly not up yet.
Right.
His team celebrate and Ricky's team celebrate, and Michael Buffer comes over to announce the winner. And by split decision, Ricky Conlan wins. But although Ricky won and Donnie lost, he's the only person in a 37-0 professional record to get him on a mat. Bianca better put it on him just for that, because he deserves it. And Ricky comes over and passes the torch to Adonis, telling him that he's the future of the division and showing respect. Donnie beats some respect into that cheater. If only Beyonce could do the same thing. And while Adonis is leaving, he hears his name being chanted among the fans, leaving with his family and the Creed name intact.
Luckily, Creed beat Ricky Conlan in the third movie, got his revenge. But yeah, overall, no recap, Casper. Yeah, man, the entire fights of the first Creed was absolutely awesome, man. I mean, the cinematography, the montages, man, it's like, damn, this is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time, man. Ryan Coogler absolutely killed it. That's why I'm so excited to see his next movie, Sinners, with Michael B. Jordan coming out in April. So yes, overall, no recap, Casper. Keep up the great work with these. So, HawkSquad, that is my conclusion on my HawkBanger recap reacts to Casper's Creed recap. So, enjoy this, please. Smash the like button. Come share your thoughts. What is your favorite Rocky movie? What's your favorite Creed movie? How would you rank from the worst to the best? And are you excited to see Sinners? So, HawkSquad, I'm going to call it quits for today. I'm tired. You see, I was yawning during the video because, you know, I got so early this morning. I didn't have time to do all my reacts, but I was like, hey, why not? I might as well go do this recap reacts today. So I will do the trailers next week. So HawkSquad, this man is Horsehawk signing out for the weekend. I will see you next week for more HawkBanger reacts. Safe out the sky. Peace out. Have a good weekend. HawkSquad forever.